I don't want to do either of those things.
Yeah, but if you had to, though. We set the scene, we have a choice. We must decide on the correct answer. I'm Kyle.
And I am Nathan.
And this is If You Had To, though. Nathan, we are back for another episode. Yet another episode.
Yet another.
People keep trying to cancel the show and we keep coming back and doing another one.
Yes, we just won't die.
We won't leave. We're that annoying cousin who comes over and is like constantly following you and your friends around.
We're that annoying cousin who won't die. That's a bit dark.
Yeah, you know that annoying cousin who is always around and they're always living.
Every Christmas I see him, I'm like, oh God, Jeffrey, you're not dead yet, for God's sake.
When will you just die, Jeffrey? And you say to your auntie, look, when are you going to kill off your son? He's getting very annoying.
I mean, now he's married with children. Like, he just keeps going on about how much he loves his family. It's really upsetting me.
Every time I see him, he's saying, oh, I've got such a zest for life. I love life so much. And you're just sitting there scowling at him. So, yeah.
Bastard Jeffrey. He's sitting there in his ivory tower enjoying the luxuries of life. What has he ever done for me other than lend me money, let me stay with him, give me his car, you know? Yeah. He patched up my wounds when I got beaten to death by that nun. Other than those few things, he's done nothing for me.
Absolute fuck all. We're sitting there seething every day that he lives. Like sitting in a dark room, just turning the light on and off.
I'm living at his house right now, and I am refusing to let them turn the light on because I'm so seething and goth and angry.
Yeah, and you do have photos of him posted all around your room that you throw darts at regularly.
I mean, I ran out of darts a while ago. I've just been throwing my feces at the wall.
I mean, that's what you do with people like Jeffrey. You can't help yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, as I was saying, we are basically the Jeffrey of podcasts. We just won't die.
Oh, yes, that's correct.
That was my original point.
How dare you? We are the podcast that other podcasts cannot kill, no matter how much they try, no matter how much the podcasting society threaten us.
Oh, the podcasting clan, the clan of podcasters.
The podcasting cabal.
Yes, exactly. They gather together on a Thursday evening.
So is there a word that begins with P that means conspiracy? Podcasting...
Parishioners.
Parishioners. The podcasting parishioners. Because it's a religion.
Yes, of course. Yeah, everyone who wants to make a podcast has to sign up to the Council of Podcasting Parishioners. Everyone knows this.
If you at home think you don't know this, you're lying to yourself and to us. Mostly to yourself, but mostly to us.
So the premise of this show is that we create scenarios for each other resulting in two possible outcomes. We'll discuss each outcome's pros and cons and decide definitively on the correct answers.
That is correct. It's definitive, precise, exact truth. Or I swear on this stack of podcasting Bibles, may the podcasting god strike me down if I'm lying.
The podcasting god, Peter.
Yeah, Peter the podcasting god.
Peter the podcasting parishioner.
Well, then he's not a god then, is he? If he's one of the parishioners, he's not the god.
I mean, he's unto a god. He calls himself a god. As he struts around...
The pantheon. Peter, the podcasting pantheon. I mean, that doesn't make sense because pantheon means more than one god.
Yeah.
It's a series of gods all called Peter, and they are the gods of podcasting.
Exactly. It all makes sense now.
It all makes sense. It's not confusing at all.
No. It's funny you should mention gods and parishioners and things because you have finally turned your life around, haven't you, Nathan?
Oh, thank Peter, yes.
You used to be a puppy-murdering, orphan-abusing arsehole, but... You saw the error of your ways and you decided to become godly. You decided to go to church every day and be the best person that you could be. You've been doing all sorts of good. You've been helping out at soup kitchens.
Yep, I've been cleaning up all that soup.
You've been cleaning up litter. You cleaned an entire beach the other day. That was impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I cleaned up the whale that was on the beach. I ate it, so it was taken off of the beach.
Fantastic. And so good have you been, Nathan. You have done an entire 180. You are like, you have a halo glowing around you now. And everyone you meet is just congratulating you. What they want to shake your hand. Like, you go to the church, and instead of looking at the priest, they're looking at you, because you just emanate goodness. You're the Ned Flanders of the world.
Oh, and I have the moustache to prove it.
Mm-hmm. So, about a month after you've turned your life around, you are laying in bed one night when an angel appears before you. And it is a proper angel, like the one from the Bible. It's got like a lion's head, an ox's head, a human head, and whatever the other one is. A snake's head,
that's what
possibly?
a proper angel looks like.
If you actually read the Bible, Nathan, the descriptions of angels
read the Bible. I mean, as we all know, I'm godly and holy, and definitely not just doing this so I don't get thrown back into the super prison in the center of the earth again.
Exactly.
This is all pure decency and holiness. So, and obviously, I know that this multi-faced animal creature that just turned up in my room is an angel, and yes. I did not try and kill it with a spear.
No, you recognise this thing instantly, and this being appears before you with its mighty voice, and it says, "Nathan, I am an angel."
Oh.
Oh yeah, there is a massive echo. It goes on for like half an hour. Every word that they say, hello, whoa,
every single word.
Whoa, yeah.
By the end of the sentence, I'd have forgotten what the sentence started with.
You would have thought so, but like, because it's an angel, its voice is so captivating that you're just enthralled for the entire 12 hours that you're sitting there. And the angel says to you, "You are the one and only person in the world who has managed to turn from evil, despicable scum into a good, honest, church-going boy. And for that, we want to make you our Messiah."
Oh, I mean, this was unexpected. I didn't realise that you could apply to be a Messiah.
Ho, you were chosen by the higher beings themselves.
Peter.
His Holiness Peter smiles down upon you.
I instantly fall to my knees and go, I am not worthy. I am not worthy.
Then like the heads spin around and like the lion one starts talking. "Yes, so Peter has decided to give you one of two Messiah powers. The first is that you may give life to another, exchanging your own life for theirs." So basically, this first power is that you would be able to remove a day of your life and give an extra day to another person. You could remove a year of your life and give that year to another person. I completely
misunderstood. I thought you meant I could create a new life.
No, you cannot create it. Well, you can create a new life unless you're sterile.
Yes. I've never checked. I honestly don't know. Let me just do a quick internet quiz. Which Friends character are you? And it turns out I'm sterile.
Okay, so you can't give life.
I'm Chandler and I'm sterile.
Fantastic.
But now I can give life.
If you choose this power, he says, and the second power will be that you can resurrect any person at any time. Only problem is, there's a 50-50 chance the person will become a zombie instead of being resurrected, and then their soul is doomed forever.
Oh, okay. So not really the friendly thing to do, as I was thinking.
I mean, it's kind of friendly. You could resurrect someone from the dead, and they would be really happy and like, oh yes, I'm alive again.
All their souls damned for eternity.
There is that, but you win some, you lose some.
First one.
Yeah.
So I can extend someone else's life by exchanging one of my days.
Any amount of time at all that you want. You can take away years of your life and give it to someone else. Yeah.
Do I know how? Am I given a ticking clock of how many days I have to give? Because I don't know, how many days of life I'm due.
No, you do not know. So you could give away, I don't know, a week of your life and then die the next week.
I could give away more days than I've got left.
You could. If you did, you would die instantly.
Ah, see, that's the problem. Yeah, so I need to be careful with my days.
Yes, but if say you knew someone was going to be dying soon and they just wanted one more day of life to go and do whatever they wanted to do, you could give them a day and they could go and enjoy it.
How does this benefit me?
It doesn't benefit you, but now that you are this good, you've turned over this new leaf.
I'm good, pure and innocent. I mean, I obviously don't want an ulterior motive to extending someone else's life. But hypothetically, let's say I was a greedy asshole who was only interested in myself.
Yeah.
What would be the benefits to myself? I do have one.
Okay.
The wealthy heiress that I'm trying to seduce and get put in their will, but they keep rejecting me. If I give them a little longer to live, then I have more time to seduce them and get myself in the will.
You do. Also, if people found out you had this ability, they might pay you money to exchange some days.
Ooh, yes. Is a day the lowest amount I can give? I can't give like a second, like a couple of extra seconds to someone or something.
I would say you could probably give 10 minutes if you really wanted to. It would just take 10 minutes off your life.
Yes. So in that case, then I would charge like £1,000 per 10 minutes.
Fantastic. You would make a killing because, people would be able to live
some rich
an extra.
Who doesn't want to ever die will ask me for like 1,000 minutes.
Yeah, the problem with that is they're paying you all this money. You think, oh, this is great, I'm getting loads of money. You give away too much of your time and then you're dead and you can't spend the money.
Dead.
Yeah.
Can I extend the life of a scientist who is studying how to make people immortal and then keep them alive long enough to give me immortality?
See, you've only got your lifespan. So if you think that a scientist would be able to invent immortality within your lifespan, then you can try
I need to find two scientists that I give away my life to. Okay. One who's studying immortality and another who's studying time travel.
Okay, if that's where you want to put all of your powers.
I put an ad on Craigslist.
Yeah.
I'm looking for time travelers. I'm looking for a time travel technician. That's what they're officially called. A time technician.
So you put this ad out in the paper. This dodgy guy in like a trench coat turns up on your doorstep. Yeah, mate. Yeah, I'm a scientist. Just give me.
I understand time. You can tell because I'm wearing 15 watches.
Yeah, give me a extra couple of years of your life. Give it to me now. Go on. I'll do the time travel stuff for you. Yeah, go on.
Well, I'll prove you can time travel. Time travel 5 seconds into the past.
Yeah, I did. It was great.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. Here's as many years as you want.
Cheers, mate. And then he goes off and tries to...
Yeah, he obviously then goes off and perfects time travel.
He can already do it, apparently. But you've just given him years for being able to do it.
I mean, I think it's that his technology only allows him to travel 5 seconds into the past right now.
Yeah, and only him.
Only him.
Yeah, so he needs to perfect a machine for you.
Well, I need him to perfect a machine for the guy that discovers immortality. So he can time travel the guy back in time when he discovers immortality and gives it to me before I die.
Okay, so this is constructive. We're coming up with ideas. What about the other scenario?
So basically, the other scenario where I can resurrect someone from the dead, but it's 50-50 whether or not they'll be a person or a zombie. Can I do this only with one person, or can I resurrect as many people as I want?
You can resurrect as many people as you want.
Well, then again, money. I put out one of those, those late night medicine ads talking about like, do you have trouble with your bladder? Do you have trouble sleeping? Here's, you get this medicine. I put out one of those ads going, do you not want to die? Do you feel the cold grip of death upon your shoulders?
Yeah,
do you want to punch death in the face? Then call me Mr. Immortal.
See, I wouldn't do it that way because then you're preying on people who are dying and you have to wait for them to die. Just prey on the family members. Say, look, I can bring your son back to life. I can bring your grandma back to life. Give me money and I'll do it.
I can bring your dog back to life.
Yeah, you can bring animals back to life, Nathan. You could bring beloved, cherished pets back. You say there's only a little problem. They might come back as a zombie and eat your brains. But...
yeah, I make sure that that's a really, really, really small print on the contract that I make them sign.
Yeah, very small disclaimer at the very bottom. And no one reads contracts.
Invisible ink. So it's technically printed on the page, but they just can't see it.
What you do is you put a sticker over it so they don't see it, wait for them to sign it, and then take the sticker off.
A sticker says, no important information under here.
Certainly no need to check.
Certainly no need to consult with your lawyer.
And I mean, there are benefits to having zombies. You know, people would pay a lot of money.
Army.
You could make a zombie army.
I could contact politicians, kingmakers, all the rich people in the world, and offer to bring them back to life after they die.
Yeah.
But in return, they'll then owe me forever. And then I kill them, bring them back, and so that I get those benefits immediately.
Fantastic.
Obviously, they need to not know that it was me that killed them.
Yeah.
I will need to promise immortality to an assassin first, kill him, bring him back, make him kill the other people for me.
See, it's not really immortality. They'll still just live.
I mean, or is it? Because I could keep... Can I bring the same person back multiple times?
You can, but you're going to die eventually.
Oh, I can't do this to myself. Damn it. But wait a minute, I can find the guy that's inventing time travel and then ask him to time travel me back into the past. No, ask him to time travel me into the future. I go dig up my own grave, resurrect myself in the future, time travel back in time, and just keep doing that.
I mean, your solutions are flawless, Nathan. So either way...
there's no you gave me two options and I just walked straight forwards in a logical direction.
Yeah, there is no downside to either thing. So
it's like I've forced it to being not a choice at all.
Exactly. If there were
defeating the entire point of this game, but
yeah, if you did take the resurrection and you did keep bringing zombies back, how would you deal with the zombies?
Before I bring them back from the dead, I put a muzzle over their faces.
That is a very clever idea.
Tape oven mitts to their hands so they can't scratch me.
So either they come back as a zombie and they're really easy to incapacitate, or Granny comes back to life and she's muzzled with oven mitts taped to her hands, terrified, has a heart attack and dies again.
Oh yeah, I mean, I do have to bring her back like 10 times before she stops having a heart attack. It's like,
yeah.
For God's sake, Granny, I've explained this 10 times. I now have magical bringing people back from the dead powers. You will never go to heaven because I will never let you die because I like your lemon slices too much.
And if you've done this 10 times, by the laws of luck, like the 50-50 chance, she's probably going to become a zombie.
Oh, could I bring someone back? They'd be a zombie. I blow their brains out, then resurrect them again, and then there's a 50-50 chance if I bring them back as a person.
No, because you would be bringing a zombie back to life. It would be like... You're just
right.
like...
The science doesn't add up here.
Yeah, exactly. So what are you thinking?
So one option.
Yeah.
One option, I can offer out my life force to people in exchange for money and power and time travel and immortality. The other option is I offer out the ability to bring people back from the dead in exchange that when I do bring them back from the dead, I will own them forever and they do whatever I say. And then I plan and execute their assassinations and then bring them back and then they're my mindless slaves. Yeah. And if they're zombies, then I just put them in a shed.
Okay. You're just going to keep a horde of zombies in the shed.
Eventually, I'll have to buy a second shed. But with the political influence and power that I'm gaining with my resurrections, I will have enough money to buy a second shed.
I mean, that is what we all dream of.
And maybe, I mean, I don't want to go too crazy here, but maybe I'll have a conservatory.
Now you're just being crazy. You might as well just get yourself a games room or something.
I mean, that's madness. So I believe that is the best option. I would like to resurrect people and to offer my services to people before they die and say that when I bring them back, they belong to me. And then those people mysteriously die under very, very mysterious, completely unrelated to me circumstances, and I bring them back. And either they are now brought back to life and they owe me everything and I own them, or they're a zombie and I create a zombie theme park.
That would be cool. I would go to the zombie theme park.
I open zombie Jurassic Park. I open Zombie Park. What could possibly go wrong?
I've seen Jurassic Park and I can't think of a single thing that would go wrong at Zombie Jurassic Park.
Exactly. I put up a small metal wire fence.
Yep.
There's no possible way zombies can get past a small metal wire fence.
Yeah, put a flimsy chain around their ankles so they can't get away.
Yeah, I thought of everything.
Yeah.
So I am going to control people's lives through the promise of resurrection and open a zombie theme park.
The most logical solution is always the simplest, and you've done it.
Yes. Sometimes people try so hard, they twist themselves around trying to find the perfect option when it's right there in front of them if they just look.
Zombie theme park. That's exactly how I thought this would go, but we had to play it out anyway, Nathan.
Yeah, I mean, it was obvious from the beginning.
Yeah.
So can I put you down for eternal servitude to me if I bring you back from the dead?
Do you know I'm going to think about that and get back to you?
Because you could die at any moment now, Kyle.
I could.
Any moment.
That is true. Go on then. I'll put me down for one.
Blam.
That was the most pathetic
Kyle's
sounding
dead.
blam.
Whatever will I do? Ooh, Kyle, you're better. So, now you're. Are you a zombie? That's if you're a zombie, you have to tell me.
A zombie. Shall I flip a coin? Because it's a 50-50 chance. Okay.
I mean, it was so tragic how you died just then at the hands of that mysterious assassin who I definitely don't know and definitely isn't my cousin Jeffrey.
Your cousin Jeffrey, who we all wish was dead.
Yeah, he's the one person I'm not going to resurrect.
Okay, so what is it? Heads, I'm a zombie. Tails,
you're a zombie
me.
Because you like to eat people's brains. Tails, you're resurrected because I specifically resurrected you butts first.
Yeah, and heads because I really, really will crave the queen's brain. Okay.
Exactly.
Oh, tails, I am me, thankfully.
You have been restored, Kyle. And obviously you now owe everything to me and must do everything I ever ask of you. No questions asked. I brought you back into this world and I can take you back out just as easily.
No, you can't. I know your power. I invented it.
Damn it.
That was a verbal contract, Nathan. That means nothing. Also, if I had have come back as a zombie, the rest of this episode would have been very, very hard to do.
Yes.
If You Had To, though, sponsored by Cheesy Noblets. And now, here is a word from our sponsors.
Godzillion Dollar Ideas!
Godzillion Dollar Ideas. The show where we take a randomly selected prompt and invent a new invention, product, or idea that will revolutionise the world.
And make godzillions of dollars.
I'm Kyle.
And I am Nathan. And this is our new podcast. Has this ever happened to you?
Oh gosh, oh golly, I really wish I had godzillions of dollars, but I don't.
Well, now you can, pathetic little child. Godzillion Dollar Ideas, the latest show from Kyle and Nathan, guaranteed to help you make godzillions of dollars. Or we'll stab each other in the eyes with spoons.
And this is the show that makes more sense than If You Had To, though.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of playing up as being really nonsensical, but it's much more straightforward than we're playing out to be.
Yeah, we actually have a proper conversation in this.
There is a very proper format. Like we try and avoid getting into segues too much in Godzillion Dollar Ideas.
We actually stay on track for a full 15 minutes and come up with a really great idea at the end that will make us godzillions of dollars. How do we say that in an advert, though?
You could just say that sentence. Honestly, this, it's kind of cheesy, but us discussing how to make an advert could make an advert.
Godzillion Dollar Ideas!
Our new podcast, brought to you from the If You Had To Though Podomatic universe.
Find it at patreon.com/ifyouhadtothough, or on YouTube or Spotify or wherever.
Godzillion Dollar Ideas, sponsored by Crispy Crunch Toothpaste. And now, back to the show. We need to talk about what you've been up to, Kyle.
We do. Okay, let's talk about it.
Well, it's been an eventful, I was going to say an eventful week, but really, it's been an eventful year.
Yeah.
You know, basically your whole life has been building up, culminating in this moment. Yeah. You, Kyle, are now taking your school of duck ballerinas, Sir Quack-a-Lot Quacking Duckletts, to the International Interspecies Dance Championships in the United Nations.
I mean, it has been a struggle.
It's what you've been building towards your entire life. Ever since you were 4 years old and you told your parents, one day I'll take ducks to ballet in the United Nations.
Everyone laughed at me. They said, you can't teach ducks ballet. You can teach them croquet, you can teach them crochet. But ballet, no. And they laughed me out of every auditorium. But finally, after all these years of training, we are in the finals.
You are in the finals. You and your band of dancing ducks. It's been a journey. It's been an emotional roller coaster. Do you want to tell us a bit about the hardships and experiences you've been through with your dancing ducks? And also, do you want us to tell us all the names of your dancing ducks?
Of course. There's Huey, Dewey, Louie, Stewie, Hank.
Huey, Dewey, Stewie, Louie.
And Hank.
Hank.
Yeah. All boys. Oh, of course, there is the girl, Gertrude.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the girl duck.
Yeah, that's what we call her, because we're a very sexist organisation.
Hello, I'm Gertrude. No, you're girl duck. What?
And we literally just put a bow in her hair and said, "You're right, that's it. That's all we will know you as now, girl duck."
Yes, girl duck. Yes, it has been an emotional roller coaster. You've been, trying to get into these championships for years and just always getting so close and then stumbling at the last hurdle. But now you're here.
Yes.
You're in the United Nations and you are getting ready for the International Interspecies Dance Championship.
I can't believe it. It has been a journey.
How does it feel, Kyle?
I tell you what, it feels fanquastic.
Well, not everyone agrees with that, especially your competition, your rival, Francois Falafel, who's leading his school of breakdancing penguins.
Oh, not those rotters from Penguin House.
Yeah, the tailored tappers.
Monsters.
So Francois comes up to you. He's like, Kyle, I see you've brought your little yellow creatures again.
You know what they are, Francoise. They're ducks. Not everything can be as black and white as you and your breakdancing penguins.
You and all your colours, they're disgusting to me.
All you care about is newspapers and black and white TV and zebras. You're a monster, Francoise. A monster.
Be that as it may, I don't know what accent I have. But you may think I'm a monster, but I'm a monster that wins. I've won this championship every year for the last 5 years. And I'm not going to let some outsider like you with a bunch of little feathery freaks ruin it for me.
You may have won every year up until now, but this year, Francoise, it's the duck's turn to rise.
Oh, I mean, this is dramatic stuff.
Yeah, this was the banter that went on before the show.
You're having this intense head-to-head discussion in Francois' private dressing room.
Yes.
He pulled you away before the championship. He wanted to speak to you, bird dance tutor to bird dance tutor.
Of course.
And so he takes you into his dressing room. And while you're walking there, you have this discussion. And when he takes you into the dressing room, you are slightly distracted because in the corner of the room there is a bear playing with a yo-yo.
Yeah, that is a little strange considering.
Yeah, you weren't expecting to see Barry.
No,
you didn't think he was going to be here, and you didn't think he liked yo-yos. So this is very surprising.
Very, very strange. I mean, he's usually playing harmonica whenever I see him, but
exactly. So yeah, he distracts you for half a second, and that's enough time. You feel a terrible, sharp pain in the back of your head, and everything goes black.
And
not
white.
Black and white, just black. It goes black, and then you wake up, and it all goes white for a second as you're blinded by the light.
Of course.
So it all goes black, and then it all goes white, and then normal colours resume, and you have woken up gaffer taped to a chair on the top floor of the building, which obviously, the United Nations, they've got plenty of empty floors. So, you're alone on this floor, gaffer taped to a chair.
Damn you, Francois Falafel!
And you can see in the corner of the room a clock. The championship will begin in less than a minute. And you know that if you're not there, Sir Quacks-a-lot quacking duckletts will be disqualified.
I can't let that happen.
Huey, Louie, Dewey, Stewie, and Hank have been fighting for.
And the girl.
And the girl. All that they have been trying to do, and the girl that kind of takes part as well, I guess.
Yeah, she's sort of there in the back.
They've worked so hard to bring themselves out of poverty. It's all going to come to nothing, because if you come second place in the dance championship, you not just lose the dance championship, you get baked into a pie.
I know, me and my little ducklings baked in a pie.
Yes, you included. They bake the human shooter into the pie. It's a huge pie, I've got to say.
Yeah, and then I know that Francoise is going to eat it, just to spite me.
To be fair, it would be a pretty big pie if they baked all the penguins as well.
Yeah.
So, depending on the species of bird, because some of the other competitions there's an ostrich that does the fandango.
Yes, he is quite impressive, Steve.
And that would be quite a big pie. So the stakes are high, and that you have less than a minute to get back down to the championship ballroom and bring your team on.
Yes, for our rendition of the Nutquacker.
Yes, the Nutquacker. So you look around the room and you can see only two possible ways to escape.
Okay.
You can either wheel the chair, because it's one of those desk chairs on wheels. You can wheel the chair out through the window, try and grab a flag and turn it into a parachute and air glide into the dance studio.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can roll into the fireplace in the corner, knock over the bottle of Gregory's world famous ultra flammable whiskey, and try to melt the gaffer tape off of you.
Oh, okay. So,
it's up to you what you think is the best option to get back to your team.
Yeah, with both options, there's a chance where something fatal could happen to me. Like one, I could plummet and fall to my death. Another, I could burn to death.
Before you even plummet, you could have a piece of glass broken into your face.
There is that.
Or you don't even smash through the window and you just give yourself a deadly concussion.
Yeah, I just hit the window and pass out again. Everything goes to black and white and I wake up in a pie. Terrifying.
Exactly. We've all been there.
Yeah, we've all been in this sort of scenario before, but never with two options like this in front of us. Okay, so I would have to go at the window at full force to try and smash through it if I was going with this.
You're at the end of the office and you need to run you're gaffer taped, but your feet can touch the ground. You can do little, the tips of your toes running.
Yeah, I'm like Fred Flintstone when he's bowling.
Exactly.
So I'm tippy-toeing along.
If you work out the angles just right, you can smash through that window and the glass will cut through the gaffer tape, freeing you from the chair, and then you can grab a flag, turn it into a parachute, and fly back into the studio.
See, what I could do is go at it at full force and then spin in the chair so I'm facing backwards to the window. The glass will cut into the gaffer tape around me, freeing me, and I won't get hit by the glass. Then I grab the parachute flag and float down. Perfectly safe.
It's a flag first. You have to turn it into a parachute.
Yeah,
so you have to grab the flag, fold it into a parachute shape. It's not already conveniently parachute shaped.
No, but I'm assuming that I'll do it on the day when I get there.
Yeah, this is one of those things you don't need to practice.
No, you do in the moment.
Yeah.
So my other option...
Or you roll towards the fireplace, knock the bottle of whiskey and douse yourself, and then, drop into the fireplace.
Yeah. And there is no other option I can think of at this time to break myself free.
You could not think of any other options.
No. There are many, but...
There may be other options,
yeah,
but you're too dumb to think of any others than those two.
This is all I can think of in the moment. I'm pretty distracted as well. I need to get down there and be with my ducks and get them on stage.
Yeah, there's no time to look around properly and see if there's a convenient pair of scissors. That's just that's just not going to work.
No. So, now would it be better? If I did not be able to grab a hold of the flag, or I got impaled with glass or I knocked myself out, then I wouldn't be able to get back down there. But if I burned myself, I would be. It would free me from the gaffer tape. Yes, I would be on fire, but I could still get down there.
And it would be a flamboyant entrance.
It would. Can you imagine?
You would show up Francois like in his sparkling sequin outfit. He thinks he's the belle of the ball, and then you turn up in the most extravagant accessory of them all, fire.
Exactly. I run on stage and they say, wow, he's on fire. And Francois is sitting there scrunching up his newspaper in anger. So Nathan, I think that's the best thing to do. Run on stage on fire.
You think it's more likely that setting yourself on fire and melting the gaffer tape off will work better than smashing out of a window and turning a flag into a parachute?
I don't know. How many floors up am I?
67.
67. See, I'm thinking if I can't quite make the flag into a parachute, then I'm going to plummet.
I don't think you can do it.
I don't doubt myself, but I also have never...
Don't believe in yourself.
Yeah, I've also never crafted flags into parachutes before, so it would be a first for me.
Yeah, because that's the most difficult part of that.
Yeah, and also I would have to, as I smash through the window, do it at an angle that I would free myself as well. Otherwise, I can't even reach up to grab the flag. I'm just plummeting.
That's true, yes. You would need... Like, the flag is right there in front of the window. You'd need to be free instantly to grab the flag.
Whereas
there's definitely no other flags on the way down outside the United Nations building.
No, just this one perfect flag, just right where I need it, thankfully.
Yeah, I mean, what was the flag of again?
It was of all of the different animals of the world, and then, Peter in the centre.
They're all holding their fists at each other in furious anger, like, we're going to beat the shit out of you. That's the message of the United Nations.
Yeah, whereas I think it's a lot easier to set myself on fire than it is to try and craft a parachute out of a flag after crashing through a window.
So you're going to douse yourself in Gregory's ultra flammable whiskey.
Yes.
And then roll into the fireplace.
Roll into the fireplace, free myself, charge down the 50 flights of stairs, jump onto the stage and present my quacking duckletts and show up.
That is obviously what you did, Kyle.
It is what I did, yes.
You moved at full speed into the fireplace, smashing that bottle all over yourself and bursting yourself into flames. And yes, you were free. Well, you're partially free. The back half of a chair has melted into your spine, but your arms and legs did get free.
Yeah, I've always got a backrest now.
You just have a permanent backrest. And you said you wanted to run down there while on fire. You weren't going to stop, drop, and roll. You were going to immediately run.
There's no time, Nathan. There is no time.
There's no time.
I am on the clock. I need to get down there ASAP.
Are you going to take the stairs or take an elevator?
No, I think I would take the stairs. Like, I would leap over the banister of the stairs and be falling on fire, plummeting down through these stairs.
Your extra speed, obviously. That's how fire works.
Exactly. I would feel like a superhero briefly. I mean, through the pain, obviously, I wouldn't be thinking much at all.
Yeah, I don't think superheroes are usually in that much excruciating pain.
No, and obviously I would need a trip to the hospital afterwards, but...
So you're going to set yourself on fire, melt yourself into a chair, run down the stairs, jump down the stairs. You'd probably break both your legs and crawl to the dance studio on fire, like at the last minute. It's like they're at the stage. They're all going. So it appears that Sir Quaxalot quacking duckletts cannot compete this year. And thus, it is my solemn duty to declare them...
Stop!
What?
And then I crawl onto the stage.
Onto the dance floor with your broken legs, your half-melted body burning to a crisp.
Setting the stage itself on fire in the process, just for more dramatic effect.
But you have faith in your team. You know that they will be able to ballet around the fire in a beautiful... ballet of ballet.
Yes, my beautiful rendition of the Nutquacker.
And I mean, that's what happened. And, well, do you want to tell us what happened in the championship, Carl?
I mean, we came in third, but but it was worth it. It was worth it.
And when you walked up to shake the hands of the people who won, they then caught on fire and burnt to death. So they got disqualified because they're dead. So you did go home with the trophy.
Technically, yes. I mean, I stole it. You aren't supposed to take the trophies home, but...
No. Unfortunately, Francois was not one of the two teams that were above you and that you killed. He did come in fourth because he was a little distracted by the half-burning crippled man.
Yeah, it sort of played to my advantage in the end.
It did put the tailored tappers off their game.
Yeah.
Plus, they're penguins. They really don't do quite well in the heat. So the on-fire stage did have them a big disadvantage.
Yeah. So
it's just a bunch of sweating penguins undoing their shirts buttons and they're taking off their jackets. They were just too warm.
So I came out trumps in the end. I feel that there was no downside to what I did.
No. I mean, definitely not the fact that half your face has been melted and a chair has been fused to your spine.
These are the things that a manager has to go through to get their team to success.
Yes.
And I stand by what I did, and I would do it again.
I mean, well, you would stand by it if you could stand, but you can't.
No.
Thankfully, you were fused to a wheelie chair, so that's exclusively how you move around now.
Yeah, I've just got it motorised so that I can get around places. I can...
pull the string, and it goes... and you trot around the place.
Yeah, the only things that I can currently move is my little finger, and that's how I get around, and my vocal cords. That's how I'm speaking to you now from this giant gaping hole in my face.
Yes. The giant gaping hole in your face. I didn't want to bring it up, but now that you brought it up, I feel like I've got a natural segue.
Yeah.
I did notice, I have to be honest with you, Carl.
Really?
I did notice a giant gaping hole in your face.
But I put this swanky cap on and...
Yeah, no, but I mean, the hole goes through both ways. I can see the wall behind you.
Oh, you can see. Oh, well, thanks for not bringing it up until I brought it up, though. That was good of you.
I mean, I feel like the glasses on top, it gives you a distinguished quality.
Yeah, I kind of look like when Joey puts his head in a chicken in Friends with the big pair of sunglasses, the big fez.
Yes, that's what you look like, not a horrific nightmare from hell. I mean, to be honest, now that both our stories have come out, we can tell the real truth of what happened. You finished the competition, and then you died, and I resurrected you.
You did indeed, and I
resurrected you, but you're fused to a chair, and now that I've resurrected you, you can't die from your current injuries.
Yeah, and I don't thank you at all. I'm in constant agony.
No matter how much you want to, you cannot die from these injuries.
Yeah. I really, really want to.
Yeah, but you can't move enough of your body to even throw yourself out the window.
No, I am trapped in this chair forever. But my team won, and that's all that matters.
It is all that matters. So Quacksalot, Quacking Duckletts have reached the finals. They have won. It is a beautiful moment. It's all that they've dreamed of. And I think the best way to honour them was to bake them into this pie that I'm currently eating.
I mean... Yeah,
it's what they would have.
It's what they would have wanted. Yeah.
It's what they told me they wanted. When I told you I'd look after them while you were recovering from your injuries, they then immediately told me, "We want to be put into a pie, Uncle Nathan."
Sweet Uncle Nathan, please bake us into a pie. We would love that ever so much.
That's what happened, Carl. That's definitely what happened. I mean, you can trust me. I'm the one that brought you back to life after all. I wouldn't lie to you.
No.
I'm the one that brought you back, and will keep bringing you back, and will never let you die, Kyle.
I think we need to end the podcast. I need to go and...
There is no Kyle. It will never end.
I need to go and sit in a corner and scream for 8 hours straight. So you can, if you like the podcast, then you can find more episodes on our Patreon at patreon.com/if you had to though, and you can follow me on Twitter at Kyle M Bennett. That's Kyle_M_Bennett with 2 N's and 2 T's.
The Patreon fund is going towards constructing Kyle a pair of new robotic legs.
I needed just a complete robot body, I think.
Yes. Well, we start with the legs first. Robot legs, a mannequin's body, and a bust of the Queen as your head.
Fantastic. That'll do me.
Yep. I mean, I can't think of any site that more encapsulates your inner beauty, Kyle.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much back to the way I was.
Yes, exactly. And yes, you can contribute to that by contributing to our Patreon. You can follow me on Twitter at nwozniakart, which is NWOZNIAKART, or you can follow me on Instagram at Nathan_Wozniak. No, there's no underscore. It's just Nathan Wozniak, at Nathan Wozniak, which is spelled
remember that, everyone. Nathan_Wozniak. Remember that underscore, it's important.
Yes, Wozniak is spelled N-O.
N-O, yeah. So do an underscore, then N-O, and that's how you find Nathan.
That's it, that's how you find Nathan. Nathan_no is how you find Nathan. Wonderful. I'm going to stop talking now.
Yes, this has been If You Had To, though. I have been a mess of a human.
And I control all of your lives and all of your deaths. So see you next time, guys.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Bye.